Hi, I'm Sabrina Carpenter, and I am your child 7th grade language arts teacher here at Northlake. Our curriculum involves the study of STAVIS. STAVIS is a curriculum which is online as well as printed out in booklet format. We do 4 units of study in the 7th grade that starts right away, where we will be reading The Outsiders as part of the first unit. Each unit has some sort of essential question that we cover, and then various pieces of literature. Quill is the application that we use for practicing and learning grammar skills. Quill is usually assigned every other Tuesday, and then they have about a week and a half, almost 2 full school weeks to get the packet, like the essential strands done and then submitted. This is online, and kids can access Quill via Clever. We do various novel studies. We're going to do a whole class novel study to start with of The Outsiders. Students will have independent reading books that they will be consuming through class and independently throughout the year. And then we do a book club study toward the end of the school year as well, where students have the opportunity to choose a book of their liking and participate in a book club. We do stems here. These are word stems, prefixes, suffixes, root words. Students have not started this yet, but they will begin this on Monday, the 22nd of September. They'll get 10 stems at a time, but tests will be cumulative. So the first test only has 10 stems on it, so they have essentially 2 weeks to study the first 10. They get 10 more, and then they have a quiz on 20, and then they have 10 more, quiz on 30, and so on and so forth. We do have 100 stems that we cover in the 7th grade curriculum. For writing, we do cover the 3 modes of writing. We do short answer responses, and then we practice our essay writing skills as well. Google Classroom versus Skyward. So Google Classroom is a resource, a place where students can find their digital assignments. They can access the slides. I use slides every week. Each day, students can access those when they're at home, if they're absent, if they're on vacation, if they've been sick, or they simply just don't remember what happened. These slides are accessible through there. There's lots of materials posted as well. I tend to use a lot of paper assignments, thus I do allow students to look at the digital assignment online, especially if they are at home. Skyward is a place that is a grade book. So though assignments might be assigned via Google Classroom, the actual grade and their cumulative grade shows up in Skyward, or Q now. All grade shows up there, and it's in one of 3 categories. We have daily work, which is 25% of a student's grade. We have tests and or quizzes, which is 25% of the grade. And then our summative work. These are major projects, end of unit things, essays, short answer responses, anywhere where a student needs to show where they are at on a specific standard is going to show up in our summative column. All right, I always get the question of how can I help, especially in middle school. You feel like your kid has 7 classes and you're just not sure what to do. Number 1, I ask that you check the grades in Skyward. Make sure you have access and make sure your student has access too. It's great to ask them to pull up their grades, and then let's talk about them, see what you have going on. Number 2, check out Google Classroom with your students. So just have them show you, like, what does Google Classroom look like? How do they find their assignments? And it's good to know, like, do they know how to access Google Classroom, and do they know how to utilize it as a tool? And then encourage your student to advocate for themselves. If they have a missing assignment, have them email me, have them talk to me in class about it, but definitely advocating for themselves if they need more time. We get that life gets in the way sometimes, or we have super busy lives outside of school, so we want to make sure that we're respectful of that for students. But encourage a student to advocate for themselves. It's a good thing to practice. And then please keep in touch. My email, obviously you can find it on the school website as well, but my first and last name at lakestevens.wednet.edu, and please don't hesitate to reach out.